here we go again. Another classic game, another round of needless censorship, aka modern gaming, right? Got to cater to the modern audience. This time, the game in question is Onimusha 2 Samurai's Destiny, which is a remaster of a PS2 game. Yes, this should have been a faithful celebration of a beloved PS2 era title. But no, the modern audience had to go and screw it up. Yeah, because Capcom decided they needed to slap, for whatever reason, a black fabric on female characters like it's a morality emergency in 2025. We're constantly having to deal with this whole situation where old games are being censored to not offend anybody. And let's be clear, guys, this isn't an unexplained wardrobe change. Like, some outlets are trying to spin it that way, right? The media always has to try to control some kind of weird narrative about it. It's censorship. Plain and simple. And I already know some of the woke, it's because you can't go into it. No, it's not, guys. It's about preservation of a game being presented as it was. If it was a brand new game, I don't care. But this is a game from the PS2 era. And it's Capcom, a company that, for the most part, didn't ever really cave into this nonsense. But now it seems like, for whatever reason, they are. This isn't an unexplained wardrobe change, okay? Like I said, despite what you're trying to fucking spin, plain and simple, one of the characters, Ouyu, has had her outfit altered. It's not updated. It's not modernized. It's completely censored. And let's go ahead and check out this site, Go Nintendo. And here's a screenshot. Plain, blank, simple. What is this thing on the right? The 2025 version with a black cloth, a black fabric covering the cleavage, guys. It's the sheer top is replaced by what looks like a solid chunk of blackout curtain. This is lazy. It's awkward. And it doesn't even match the character's design. Okay? This is a mature rated game, mind you. You can decapitate people. You can slice enemies in half. You revel in violence, but oh no, guys, we have a bit of cleavage. That's too far, apparently. We can't have that. We can't have any kind of sexualized feminine body parts or characteristics in our games, because that's too bad, right? Just like the whole issue with Stellar Blade and First Descendant and everything that we had to deal with that. No, it's way too bad, guys. Way too bad. We can't have any of that. And you know what? We can't act like this is an isolated incident. Please don't act like this is an isolated incident. Capcom has been pulling this recently. In the past, not so much, but recently they've been doing it. We had Resident Evil 3 Remake, we had Dead Rising Remake, we had the Capcom Fighting Collection, all of like their last re-releases, right? All ports, all updates. They've all had content scrubbed, tweaked, outright removed because it might make somebody somewhere uncomfortable. A small percentage of people that would be uncomfortable for this. And when they're not censoring, they're busy building DRM walls to block offensive mods, right? We can't mod anything fun or fan-made because the no fun police say so. What is gaming now these days? And yes, I get it. Not everything in gaming needs to be sexualized or whatever, but in 2002 when this game was made, the character wasn't censored. It's already 20 years plus, and they decide to change it now? What's up with that? And what's especially frustrating, again, like I said, is they're doing this in remasters. These aren't reboots. That would be one thing. These aren't reimaginings. That would be another. These are supposed to preserve the original experience. Game preservation is key. Not rewrite it. Not rewrite it to fit modern day corporate risk assessments or whatever they're trying to do here, right? You're not enhancing the game by doing this, by doing what I just showed you guys, you know. Essentially, you're gutting it. And even worse, mainstream outlets are not calling this out. They won't call it out. They will never call it out, okay? Instead of labeling it as censorship, they tiptoe around it. They tiptoe around the truth to stay in the publishers and game studios' good graces because they're all part of a narrative, okay? It's not some conspiracy. It's not some kind of fake speculation that all the gooners are upset about, right? Fans are taking to social media. If we go and look at this post, we could see Grums, Vera Dark, Jeremy Prime, Sniping is Fun. Shout outs to them. All sorts of people just calling it out. Look, Vera Dark right here, censorship. That's the word you're looking for. Grum says, unexplained wardrobe change. Is this really what we're calling censorship now? Why aren't you being plain spoken? It just encourages needless changes like this, which that's the facts. It's needless changes. Fans are taking to social media to voice their anger, guys, and they're absolutely right to. And if it doesn't matter, like defenders say, then why did they go out of their way to change it in the first place? Riddle me this, Batman. Why would they go out of their way to change it in the first place? Can anybody answer that? And find one person in the comments that's like, oh boy, yes, thank you so much. Right? We got a dank Winnie the Pooh meme right there, right? But yeah, it's not like this edit magically appeared, guys. It's not. A developer spent time and a budget making that exact change. And gamers care about authenticity, guys, especially when it comes to legacy titles. Again, this was a PS2 era title. It's a legacy title. You can't scream about game preservation and then cheer when developers sanitize old content to match whatever imaginary standard that they think they need to uphold now, the modern audience standard. You can't. All right. And then, let's talk mods, right? Thank God for modders, because they're honestly the only reason half of these games still have any bite. Like Oblivion or Fallout or any of these games that have mods, right? Capcom has gone out of its way, though, to make life harder for them too. There's DMCA strikes that they're doing, anti-mod DRM, you name it. And unfortunately, there are still places, though, like, I'm not going to name them, but they're based and other websites where fans can keep the original spirit of these games alive, which to me, as a retro gamer at heart, is important. So here's the bottom line, as Stone Cold Steve Austin would say: if you're planning to buy Onimusha 2 Remaster, just know it's not untouched. I'm sure by now you've seen the story because it's a couple days old. It's not authentic. It's been altered, and whether that matters to you or not, that's up to you, right? But to me, it does. For a lot of us, it does. It's just another sign that these remasters aren't made for fans anymore. They're made for optics. So I'm going to leave it right there, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And hit that subscription button. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers. Join the AB Nation. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.